Okay, friends, in this video, what I want to talk to you about is a vision for our cities, an increase in the vision for what we're going to do in the cities where we live. Now, not everybody lives in Bloomington-Normal like I do, but some of you might live in one of the surrounding communities or even like maybe 45 minutes to an hour away. And we want to talk about how there's an increase happening in the vision for our cities. Now, that all starts with small groups. Now, we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that in a church, even above 50 people, of which we're much larger than that, right? At this point, a few hundred people in, that you can't know everybody in a church, but you can be known in a church. So it's so important that everyone in our church feels known through this season of growth, through the season of increase. And so we have a vision to see our groups continue to grow, more groups in more places with more leaders in more cities, right? And so as that happens, we want to see a group pop up in every city that within at least a half an hour, if not an hour of our church. We want to see our groups continue to grow so that you have people that you're connected to, that you're doing life with. And what begins to happen then is we begin to make Jesus famous in each of those cities. We begin to see the love and the good news of Jesus Christ not just be spread throughout Bloomington-Normal, but begin to be spread out in places like El Paso and Clinton and Danvers and so on, all the places that we are getting groups rolling through this season. And as that vision begins to increase, we begin to make a difference in that city because the love and the good news of Jesus Christ is spreading there as well. And so we know this, that we want to make a church where everyone is known by others and is loved by others, is prayed for by others, has community with others. But not just that, we want to be a church that begins to make Jesus famous, right, in as many cities as we possibly can. And so what you're going to see through the season is an increase in our groups because we believe that is the best way for us to do that. Now, not just does that happen in your city, not just as a group start, but what begins to happen is our vision begins to leak to those places as well. And so sometimes groups will begin to even do outreaches to their cities, and will begin to do maybe events in their cities and things like that, which all leads us into, we believe we're going to see an increase in our influence outside of our local community. And not just, we believe, of course, we hope that we'll make impact on our local community through our outreaches, through our programming, through our worship services, but we also know that we're going to really begin to love our cities better as we just get glued into what God is doing there. And I love this phrase that was from one of my friends that's a pastor. He says, we don't want to just be the best church in our city. There's lots of churches trying to be the best church in our cities, but we want to be the best church for our city. Is what we're doing actually making a difference in the community that we live in? And so I think you're going to see us talk about that a whole lot more through this increased season. That there'll be an increase in groups. There'll be an increase in motivation to love our cities well through outreach and through partnering with local community programs. But you're also going to see us even begin to talk about what I call church planting or church multiplication, where we might begin to talk about what does it look like to have campuses in other cities? What does it look like to plant a church in a new city or even a new state? We believe that God is right now saying we are going to be a multiplying church in the future. And so one of the things that we're praying about right now is who are those leaders? Who are those people that are going to take a leap of faith in the next 2 to 5 to 10 years, depending on how your journey goes, to see the increase of God to not just our city, but to every city. I hope that makes sense to you, that we're thinking beyond ourselves. Thinking about how do we give away our best to our cities so that they can be transformed for the glory of God, so that the love and the good news of Jesus Christ is going out into new places all the time, so that more lives are getting transformed, so that more baptisms are happening, so more healings are happening, more salvations are happening, not just here at this local church building, but everywhere that we have influence and impact. So there's going to be an increase to our cities, an increase in vision to our cities in this coming season. And we just want you to join with us and partner with us in praying about how do you get involved with that. Is it starting a group in your town or in your home? Is it praying about your future impact in a new place? Is it saying, man, I'm going to give to support that because even though I may not be thinking I'm going to be the one who goes, but I want to give heartbeat, passion, vision, and resources to someone else going and fulfilling God's vision for a new city. So there's an increase in vision on our cities. Watch the next video and find out more.